Nomad Nation, it is us, your Nomad Gamers, back at it again with another pre-recorded episode because somebody's on a goddamn boat.
Still
Still.
on a boat. Hey, don't be mad. Don't be jelly.
You know, we're just cutting through these pre-records, and we forgot a few things.
What did we forget?
We hit 20 episodes.
That we did. That's a milestone.
We are in the new year.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
We'll be.
When this comes out,
when this comes out, we'll be in the new year.
We said Happy New Year in the last one.
No, we didn't.
We did too.
We did not.
We did too. Go back and check them.
I guarantee you we did
I
not.
guarantee you we did.
We said Happy New Year to the one that's supposed to come out Saturday or next Saturday after Christmas.
So we said Happy New Year.
We didn't say Happy New Year to the last episode, like I said. Anyways, this is your Nomad Gamers. Welcome back to the Shire. Thank you guys for tuning in. For those who are on YouTube, thank you guys for liking. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you know when we upload. We really do appreciate you guys. We usually go through and talk about our how many subscribers we're at on our channels, but because these are pre-recorded, we won't. We'll give you a live update when somebody gets off the boat.
Oh, you'll know when I'm off the boat.
Yeah.
You'll know.
Yeah, he'll probably...
I won't tell you, but there'll be clues.
He'll probably... No, he's going to get off the boat, he's going to start a live stream, and all it's going to say is, I'm off the boat! We'll still half drunk.
Hey, you know what? That's a damn good idea. I might do that when I'm exiting the boat.
Just giving them ideas.
Okay. But we're kind of off topic.
Yeah. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that thing! I have to do it on every
For those who are on the Book of Faces, thank you guys for liking. Thank you guys for subscribing us to there too. Once we hit 100 followers, we'll be able to start going live on Facebook. But for right now, we still got pre-records for you. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Share us with people. Share on your timeline. Share it to your friends. Whatever you can do to help us boost our viewership, please. We are doing this because we love to do this, but we also want to bring content to those who have already subscribed.
I want to interact with some people.
Yeah.
That's what I cannot wait for. I cannot wait to field questions from our fans. I really can't. It'll be glorious. However, and by the way, when we go live, it's going to have to go to an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, we're still not running Nomad News because these are pre-recorded. We'll bring that back once somebody gets off the boat.
Me.
All our stuff is revolved around this man getting off the boat. Somebody had to take a 3-week vacation. But
again, don't be jealous.
I digress.
You do.
We're talking about Mario again. And this is a long series to cover because there is a lot. This series and this franchise has spanned
40 years.
Almost as long as you've been alive.
Almost, yeah. Almost.
80, 82, 85?
83.
83?
Yep.
I split in the middle. Yeah. 1983 is when Mario came out. We're gonna be talking about the New Age Mario platforms, and we're gonna talk about Mario Party today. But I just want to go back. 83.
Yep. 83.
And that's about 20. It's 41 years now.
Yeah. He's the OG. He is definitely the
only
OG.
Game that's been around longer than the Mario series is the Pong series, and that's like the most minimalist game out there.
I don't think Pong has been continuous though.
No, it hasn't.
So
Mario is the longest running gaming series.
You know what is the number 2 longest running gaming series?
What?
No, I asked a question. I'm not going to answer for you.
I don't know. Let me.
Chungus? Don't look it up. Do not. Chungus. What's the second longest gaming series continuous out there?
Tetris.
No.
What? Tetris is a very long one now.
It is a very long one, but no.
Which one?
Final Fantasy.
No, Tetris came out before Final Fantasy.
But it's not a gaming series.
Yes, it is.
There are multiple installments of the game.
And there's different spin-offs of the game.
Oh my
There
god. All right, split fucking hairs.
It's not split hairs. You literally gave the you set the
It's a
parameters.
goddamn puzzle game.
Okay,
And it's a game.
Whatever.
You can say Mario Kart.
Final Fantasy
They're just
number
mobile games.
Final
We've been
Fantasy
over
is
that.
number 2.
Okay. Sure.
Okay,
I'd say number 3, but
we're going.
We're on the
Hold
Mario
up.
Party.
How did we go from?
You brought it up.
No, not that. Let me look at something. I think somebody's jumping around.
no, we were talking about Mario Kart, and the only 2 things left that we got to talk about. We're not gonna. We said we were gonna talk about Mario Party first and do the platformers after that.
Then why do you have them mixed up?
Because I just didn't change them. You're not supposed to look at the banners anyway. You're not the tech boy, are you?
No, but I look at them.
Then stay in your lane.
I need to know
Stay
what
in
I'm
your
talking
lane.
about.
Yeah, and I can pull it up. Stay in your lane.
Asshat. All right, let's go.
But
So when did the first Mario Party come out? On what system?
N64, not N64, SNES. No, earlier.
No.
no, it was the Wii, I think.
Nope.
So
No, it was
the
64.
It was the 64.
I was gonna say N64, and I
Yeah.
doubted myself.
Yeah.
The first 2 came out on 64.
Because I remember playing those.
And during that time, that was one of the hottest titles for N64.
Yeah.
You had 007 out,
Mm.
and then shortly after 007, Mario Party came out.
And then you had Super Mario 64 as well.
Yep. And you know, just to go back a little bit, Nintendo did a hell of a job with Mario. Because if you think about it, every game that came out from the late 80s to, I want to say, damn near 99, no matter what it was, Mario was in it.
Also, I'll bring it up after the show.
He was a
I'm not
referee
gonna bring it up again.
for boxing matches. He was literally in damn near every game.
Yeah, that's because at that
He was
point,
the flagship.
Yeah, he was the flagship of Nintendo.
That dude was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They had that poor guy working like triple overtime.
Yeah, wasn't he also in the old Punch Out? He was the
Mhm.
ref for the old Punch Out. I
Yep.
remember seeing that.
Yep.
Also, you were wrong about the longest running game series. That's all. That was it.
What was it?
The longest running game series is scrolling back because I went through a list. I was like, I don't think that's right, and it wasn't, and that's because number
console?
2 for count and just in general. If we're talking console specifically, yeah, I think it's still Mario. But in general, longest running game series is the Oregon Trail. Came out in '71.
Oh my god!
Oh.
You see, I don't agree with that because nobody
Hey
in the
now.
70s.
Hey now.
I know you had to be rich in the 70s to have a goddamn computer,
Yeah, but
and you had to be
can't
rich in the 80s
But
to
then,
have.
also,
You can't
but then the
say that
second
it's-
longest running game series is Space Invaders.
Oh, okay, that was in arcades.
Yeah, and then it came out for the Nintendo Game Boy and all that.
if we're talking about console, yes, but like you can't. Oregon Trail went from the 70s, and everybody played that game, and then they re-released Oregon Trail with new graphics on the Switch, didn't they?
Yeah, it's been re-released a few times after that.
14 games to be exact.
Yeah.
14 entries.
Yep. I
And
still
you
say
know
the
what's
one on
crazy?
the old computer
Mario's
was
not
better.
even on here. It doesn't even make this list for longest running game series. It's just barely though.
Well, if we're talking console game series, then it's
Donkey
probably
Kong. Donkey Kong came out before Mario did
Yeah, because they called him Jumpman.
because he was Jumpman.
Oh,
then.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I'm serious. Like, yeah, we're split. That's splitting hairs. I'll say that right now. But like Wolfenstein is a game series that's been around long. Wolfenstein.
Oh yeah, Wolfenstein.
It came out in '81.
I totally forgot that it was 8-bit before.
Did it come out?
It was like
what did it come out for?
Let me check for
It
you.
Yeah.
It was like a Doom-like game back in the day.
Well, I know.
Yeah, it came out for, so it was on console. It came out for the Apple II, which that's PC.
Yep.
The Atari 400 and the Commodore 64.
Yeah, the Commodore you had to be damn near rich to get.
Yeah,
The Atari series died for a reason.
yeah. But again, it's still
it was
there's still
very
council.
unreliable. Yeah.
Some of these
Isn't
I
Duke
just
Nukem
wouldn't
up there
expect.
as well too?
Huh?
Wouldn't Duke Nukem be up there as one of the longest?
No,
running
Duke
series?
Nukem came out in like the 90s
Oh.
or so. Roger Rabbit game series.
Hold up. Roger Rabbit, the movie, didn't come out until like
No.
89.
Roger Rabbit, yeah, the movie didn't. Roger Rabbit was a character before the movie came out.
And nobody heard of him until 89.
That whether or not popularity, that doesn't
All right,
matter.
Hey, we only have a certain amount of time. To
We
get through
do,
this.
but I just this
Yeah.
is
If we
interesting
want to do
still,
an
though.
off-topic talk, we can. But we're talking about Mario right now.
Yeah, let's keep it on Mario.
Tetris at number 50.
Hey!
Yeah, Chungus is going to try and keep us off the rails.
Yeah,
No,
Notice how I'm coming back, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Carmen San Diego.
Oh my God.
Chungus!
Chungus!
Here,
Turn that
here.
off.
Hold on. He's not a part of the conversation right now.
He's still going to be picked up on mic, so bring him back.
Oh, he's in timeout.
I'm here. Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome. It is I,
Hey,
Kaiser Chungus.
hey, you motherfuckers. We're not at the end where we can start fighting with the screens. Put it back to where it was.
All right.
All right, Mario.
Who?
So we're talking about
Mario
Mario Party N64.
Yeah. Came out in the 90s. Yes.
Yeah.
93.
We were talking about that man was working triple overtime in the 90s.
Yeah, they had him working. Like-
Working.
So
But then
there's a
again, he
movie.
wasn't a war. I mean, they were putting him out for everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were.
They were putting his
In the
face
90s,
out
I
there.
would say this. I think the 90s is where it peaked.
Where Mario peaked.
No. Yes. And
Where
the war between Sonic and Mario peaked because it was at the height of where Sonic was starting to try to release games
And
more so, and they were just failing.
yeah.
They were just not at the level. Then
But Mario
the 2000s
Party,
hit and
I'll try and
it
get
was
us back on track.
It was over.
Fireball. Mario Party was like ahead of its game when it came out for the N64.
Party game mode.
Because you have to remember, I'm trying to remember, did the N64 allow you to have four
Yes.
controllers?
yes.
It was two and
It was
two.
two
right?
and two. Yep.
Yeah. So,
I remember one time.
but not a lot of people had all four controllers either.
I got my ass beat with one of those controllers one time. because of Mario
Okay.
Party.
Moving on. Mario Party has come so far from the first one.
Yes, it has.
Yes, it has.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna lie, Mario Party has only gotten better as time has gone on.
And I'll tell you right now, when Mario Party, let's just call it one because it was the first one
It
to
was the
come
first
out,
one. Yeah, sure.
was fantastic. Was
How many-
fun.
How many Mario Parties are there?
I've lost
Three?
count.
No.
No, there's a lot more than three.
There's, I want to say,
After the
eight,
N64, I think
eight?
they released it for every series or every console that they had moving forward.
It's either 8 or
But they
9.
didn't. They've only released.
Are you
No.
sure?
No.
After the 64, they've only released the Wii, Wii
GameCube.
U.
So you have Mario Party 2, Mario Party 3, Mario Party 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Super Mario Party, which was the one for the Switch that came out originally. And then you have Superstars, which also came out for the Switch, but was a continuation on it. And now we have Jamboree. Those are for the home consoles, not the handhelds. You had the handheld versions of those games too, which some of them were actually pretty different. But with that being said, oh my God, 13 games.
Yeah.
In this series, 13.
Yeah, and every one of them has been playable.
I think the GameCube one wasn't that great.
I don't know. I didn't.
Mario Party 5, I don't think was
Mario,
that
I
great.
think GameCube is like the forgotten child of Nintendo.
Yeah,
I think the only
it had
game,
some good things.
the
It was
only
nostalgic.
game to come from GameCube that was great was
It better
Midnight
be
Club.
Mario.
Was what?
Midnight Club.
Better be Mario because we're talking about Mario. Don't go off the rails.
Yeah,
We just got Chungus on him. We just got Chungus back. Don't
Speaking
do
of
this.
Midnight Club, so when that game, Midnight Club
Oh,
Los
you done
Angeles,
did it, Fireball.
came to the
God
PlayStation 3.
Damn it.
That, honestly,
See what you did?
I was doing it on purpose.
He
Come
was
on,
doing
it's a
it-
bit.
I
It's
know
a
he
bit.
was.
Come
It's a
on,
bit.
Come on.
Chungus got sleep. Chungus is being a jackass.
No,
But anyways-
I'm very tired right now. I
Oh.
feel a little woozy.
Anyways, I played the one for the N64, those first two.
Mhm.
And I ain't going to lie, I didn't play another Mario Party until the Switch.
Well, I mean, it's also one of those games that if you don't have friends to play with, you can't play it.
Yeah, you can.
So what are you insinuating,
You can play with
Fireball?
bots.
Yeah, you can play with
You can
bots.
play with bots.
But then it would still get very repetitive
No, it wouldn't.
because half the enjoyment of
He's going along the lines
half the enjoyment of playing Mario Party is
to
getting
mess
the
with your
reaction
friends. It's the
out of your
reaction
friends.
out of the
Yeah,
friends.
I get that, but at the end of the day, if you just want to play it, you can play it by
I mean,
yourself.
you
It's still
can
fun.
play it.
Yeah,
it's
you can be a
fun,
weirdo
but-
and play with yourself.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. A lot of people do it, honestly.
Chungus.
What?
He
What are you talking? We're talking about video games.
But that didn't sound right.
Oh, well,
Okay.
sorry.
Perception, my man.
It's not my
Perception.
fault the English language is like that.
I
We're
know.
talking about video games.
Okay. Let's fast forward just for a minute.
That's awful.
I mean,
I thought
Between-
about it.
Between what was it, Super Mario Party? It came out for the Switch.
What, the first one that came out with the Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah, Super Mario Party.
What was the second one that came out for the Switch?
Super
Mario
Mario
Party
Party
Superstars.
Mario Party Superstars. Yes.
Okay, which one does scientists always bring over?
That was Jamboree. No.
No,
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 I have Jam.
That was the first
Super
one.
Mario.
No, that's just Super Mario Party.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Superstar. I will say from Party to Superstars, night and day difference.
oh god, yeah.
Huge difference. Great difference.
Yeah.
From Jamboree to Superstars, I do like the changes they've made. Not as big of changes, but they're still good changes.
Yeah.
Like the changes.
And with Superstars being pretty much brand new, they're going to be
Oh god, yeah.
Well,
Toiling onto
Jamboree.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm excited. Like, there's not a time where I'm sitting here thinking, God, I
All right.
really don't want
And the
to.
thing is I'm going to call this now because
Wow.
we've had this.
Hey. Let the
No,
man
go ahead,
finish.
go ahead, finish. Go ahead, finish your.
I'm
Yeah.
going to call it now because we had this fight beforehand. I am the Goomba.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
I've always been the Goomba whenever we've played. When you and I and scientists and Beardo,
The Ginger Yeti,
the Ginger Yeti,
Whitey Tighty,
play,
whatever the hell I was calling him.
I was the Goomba. You were Yoshi.
No.
Yes.
Hey, Fireball.
The first time.
Hold on.
That
Chungus,
we-
Chungus. I don't mean to act like a fireball here,
Mhm.
but let me stop you real quick.
Okay.
Because I do have something very
I'm
important.
going to timeout.
Bring your ass back and fix us. Because we had this discussion with the other two that you guys never see, by the way.
Mhm.
I had this discussion with everybody here when we were doing our Mario Party night.
Yes.
Here's what the consensus was. You were not Goomba. You are not the father.
And furthermore, I would just like to state out, I won with that character fairly heavily. Was it twice? Did I win both games?
Hold on. I'm not basing it off of that.
I am. So
Okay.
I have Goomba. This is my-
Here's what I'm basing
All
it off.
right, move
Fireball.
on.
Here's what I'm basing it off. True Scientist
Move on.
and Ginger Yeti.
Move on. What were you gonna say now, Chungus?
So what's going to be your new character?
I apologize. I was wanting to be Donkey Kong, but if you remember in Super Mario Party, it was locked.
Yeah, because
That's
you
why
have to
I
unlock
had-
it.
That's why I chose Goomba, and now apparently
Not with me, because when I was there playing, I chose
Oh, the great
Goomba.
debate. Okay,
And
so
that was the first time we played it. Remember that?
So
That was
I'll
the first time
make-
we played it there.
I'll make this pledge. I will get Donkey Kong unlocked for Jamboree.
Okay.
Okay, I will work diligently to do that.
All
And
right.
Sweet Kitty Pie is really gonna like that I'm making this because she loves that game.
Yeah, I mean, just take your Switch with you. You'll be good. You can do it.
I'm not taking my Switch on vacation.
No.
Not happening.
That's why it's portable.
No, I got too much beer to drink.
Too much sun. Too much.
Drunk Mario Party would be funny to watch though.
We don't want, and I just spoke to one other person that's going on to cruise with me. We are just gonna sit by the pool, drink beer, and just relax.
All right. But what were you gonna say, Chungus, before I
Before you rudely interrupted them?
rudely interrupted you?
I forgot.
Yeah, you see, you can't do that. You gotta let people speak. Fireball. I'm gonna get a fire extinguisher out here for when you start that crap.
I genuinely can't remember, which is the worst part, because I'm actually trying to think about it. I'm usually not that bad.
So the one part of
we were talking about
from Super Mario Party to Jamboree that I like the most is the companion part. How they
the
completely
buddy
revamped
system.
that.
I like
Yeah,
the buddy system.
Where if Chungus gets it,
it's a fight still.
It's still a fight to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But then you only have your companion
For like
or your
5
buddy
turns or so.
for like 5 turns.
Which depending on the length
is
of the game,
amazing.
You know, if you're going for 10 rounds, half the game is nice. But if you're going for the 20 round or like 25 round or whatnot, that's a drop.
But at
that's
the same
drop
time,
bucket.
At the same time, though,
That's a good edge. Though.
You never get a buddy or a companion or whatever you want to call them until, I swear to God, damn near
halfway through the game.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. And most of the time, everyone's trying to screw over everybody else. 200% for a star.
Yep.
Although I figured out a way to beat it. Which really irritated Chungus and Fireball.
Which is funny, but even with him doing that,
I still lost.
I still won.
Yeah, I still lost.
They tried to keep a Goomba down, and they can't keep the Goomba down.
I'll beat him on the next turn.
What?
Huh?
What was that?
Called you by your character name.
Don't.
What?
Don't. I know where you two are going. Don't.
And I'm the one that gets in trouble.
Yeah. Because when you do it, it's bad. When I do it, it doesn't mean anything. Not that there's double
okay, keep going.
But
so, what do we think about the mini games?
We haven't really done much. We haven't.
I'll be honest with you.
I'm talking about
overall
what you've seen.
Okay.
From the last installment to the latest installment.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
They brought some of the mini games back, brought them forward.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not a lot at all, honestly, from what I can tell. But granted, we play with pro controllers, so we turn off the mini games that have the motion sense.
Well, me and Sweet Kitty Pie, we play with
the
active pads. Yeah.
Which if we get more pads for out here in the Shire, I feel like that we can.
Well,
do that.
I'm going to and please, when you hear this, don't get mad at me. I'm going to disc replay probably later on today, and I'm just going to see how much
secondhand.
Yeah. How much 2 or 3 more are.
Listen, they can get mad all they want. Most people don't like Nintendo's business practices anyway. Charging $80 for some controllers,
you know what? I don't like going on to Facebook's marketplace, and because you never know the quality of what you're going to get. But with disc replay, and by the way, out there, we are not sponsored by anybody at all. This is my personal preference, but they at least stand behind their products. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've bought a couple controllers from them before where I got them home and they were just garbage. They had stick drift massively, or this button didn't work. Took it back in. I just explained my problem to them, and they were more than happy to either exchange it or give me my money back. Mm-hmm. Same with games. If I brought a game home and the damn thing wouldn't work, I'd take it back, explain what was going on.
Better than GameStop.
Well, GameStop is one of those that it depends on what store you go to. The local one that we have like 2 in our commuting area. One is horrible and the other one's amazing.
Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah.
I didn't
don't say so.
I didn't get. Well, you said the name of the store, so they can narrow it down.
No, because they don't know where the hell we're at.
What are you talking about?
You said name of store.
Yeah.
They can't go on. Okay, we'll talk about it later. But anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna get a couple more. I'm gonna try and get at least. You can have what, 4 people on it?
4 controllers. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get 2 more paddles, or whatever the hell they're called, and
Joy-Cons.
Yeah, Joy-Cons or whatever. But get those, get them charged up. That way, when we do another Mario Party night or Jamboree night, then we're gonna do the motion control ones too.
Yeah, but getting back onto the track here.
I didn't think I'd get off.
I mean, you started talking about controllers and stuff. With that,
no, you started that.
No, I didn't.
Help me out here, Fireball.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying attention.
Anyway, because we're talking about the mini games.
That's where we got off.
Yeah. You started the mini game talk. Anyway, from what we've been able to play, I happen to like the mini games we have right now. Honestly, it's quite nice. I'm not gonna lie. There's which one is it? The one that you have to move the shapes with the shadow and sync up with your part. So I'm outing myself right now. We did the practice and we were doing it. This was like the second game or third game or whatever we were doing, and it was like 12 in the morning.
Where did that video go?
It's still there.
It's still there.
We have to upload that.
We do.
It's not the best quality. I'm going to put that out there.
It's just our reaction. They didn't have any gameplay with it.
I know, but still, seeing us and knowing that we're playing Mario Party, Jamboree, that's going to be all that they need to see.
So, the practice we were doing it, I was doing it perfect every single time.
And then we got to
my partner in that game was Godfather, and I was sitting there like, come on, really? We got to sync up. He's sitting there. He's like, what the fuck? How do you do this? Because he didn't have his glasses on, and
I did too. I always have my glasses on.
He didn't have his readers on.
We were playing.
Not when we were out here, no.
I remember you didn't because you complained about it.
No, I always have my glasses on unless I'm recording.
No, you did not. We can even.
Okay, let's go back to the video and let's look at
Hold on.
Yeah, go share screen.
We have limited time, guys. We can argue about this afterwards.
No,
he had his glasses on.
I don't
care.
His
glasses on.
Hold up,
couldn't
Fireball.
see. He couldn't see.
Oh, you got rid of it?
Oh, I got rid of the
evidence.
got
rid of the evidence?
The evidence. With that being said, he had his. You had your glasses on.
No, he didn't.
Well, apparently he did, but he was complaining about not being able to see the screen properly.
You gotta get some better glasses than he had his glasses on.
Regardless of that, he was messing up during the practice.
And as
soon as he realized, oh, I can just press the trigger to do that, he was doing them perfectly, and I fucked up every single time in the actual game. And I'm sitting there like, fuck, I'm sorry. Fuck, I'm sorry. Fuck, I'm sorry. And then they ended up winning. I'm like, what happened here?
No, you know what the problem was. Is when you're doing the practice, everything is compressed.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't see it when it was compressed. Because you've got 4 different ones right there.
I get what you're saying.
Then when we went to the actual game,
we actually have our space.
It blew up to where we had our space. Then I could see
the shapes you
need. Yeah, I could. Everything came into focus at that point. Shut up, you. All right.
All right, but we got to get moving.
Yeah, we're
Mario Party Jamboree.
We're hoping this is going to be our last episode for Mario.
And if we keep this track line up, we're not going to make it in this one. It'll blow.
So we're going to move on to the new age platforms. I know we've already talked about the old age platforms, the OG platforms.
The new ones are really good too.
Well, you see, here I'll tell you right now what has made Mario so successful throughout the years.
Hasn't?
Okay, here we go again with interrupting somebody.
Go ahead.
Good Lord.
I was thinking,
hey, when something pops into your brain and someone else is talking, just keep it shut for a few.
Your fucking power button.
Oh, thank God my power button isn't over there.
But it's right here. It's right there.
But the reason why Mario has been so successful is because they have been able to transition with the times.
Absolutely. If it's one thing that I will say about Nintendo,
or they're a little ahead of it for that matter.
I don't know about ahead because
N64 they were starting to pull ahead a little bit.
I mean, like in this time now, they own the platforming market.
Yeah,
let's be real here. Name a better series than Mario for platforming.
Only up.
Final Fantasy would be right there with them.
But Final Fantasy is not platforming.
Last time I remember, Final Fantasy was a turn-based, wasn't it?
No,
they've changed.
They had one game that was turn-based.
They have one. There are some that are you can switch between turn-based and real time. But even then, Final Fantasy encompasses more than just the fighting game that it used to be. Mm-hmm. It's story game.
Yeah,
they have the MMO. They have a lot of other shit now.
And I guess nobody.
Exactly. Like
I guess there's nobody.
It's crazy. There are those indie games that come out like Shovel Knight and stuff that are like cool. These platforming games are cool, but they're one-offs.
Yeah.
Typically one-offs are like a sequel. None of them hold a light to the candle.
None of them are an anchor
at all
for a console. Which that Mario
is. Go ahead, say your thought because I have a thought as well.
So, talking about the platformers of Mario, World 1, Level 1 has never changed, has it?
Yeah.
It has?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, every single Mario game I've played, you start on World 1, Level 1, and you've got the, like, little blocks. You got, like, the question blocks, the one that's got the mushroom, but everything else at the beginning of that level is always
Actually,
the
no.
same.
Not every Mario.
There's our Mario, like Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy. Those are different.
I'm talking about, like,
No,
the
no,
2D versions.
Oh.
In 2D.
The 2D, that's different.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah,
speaking 3D,
Yeah, you're talking New Age.
we're talking New Age.
I know,
and you're talking OG.
You're going back to OG.
No. What I'm trying to say is, like, Super Mario, the Mario on the Wii, the World 1, Level 1, the first segment has always been the same, no matter which Mario you've played.
I don't think that's right.
Because you got the Goomba that walks towards you, you've got the mystery block you got the mystery block that has the mushroom in it, but you also have 2 mystery blocks up top that have
I'm trying to remember which one it was that I was playing, but one of them you had to hit the block that was a brick to get your mushroom.
So,
and then the 2 question mark ones were coins.
So even for Super Mario Wii, New Super Mario Bros. Is what they called it. World 1, Level 1 is different.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember.
Again,
like
they
Mario,
are fairly different because the New Age Marios do it differently.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, we said 2D because I consider the New Age ones are 3D. Even if they look 2D, they have 3D aspects to them. To a certain degree.
What it constitute 3D versus
side
2D?
scroll.
Yeah.
There's a difference between 2D, 3D, and side scroll.
Yeah.
And
The side-scrolling Marios, I felt like World 1, Level 1 have always kind of been the same.
No, because Mario 2 was completely different on 1 than Mario than the first.
They are different.
Because the second one, the first thing
Mario,
you did, you walked out, you literally picked up that turnip and you threw it at that Koopa Trooper.
Well, every Mario that I've played is the World 1, Level 1 is always kind of look the same.
That's fair.
I mean, they all do look the same, and they're all easy on 1, but they're designed that way because they want to draw you in.
Yeah. But I will say with the spin-offs, I think spin-offs because they are still there's no mainline Mario game. That is the unique thing about Nintendo with their Mario series. Because in order to have a mainline,
there's not a linear timeline.
There's no. There is no linear timeline.
They just released a Mario game like Super Mario Odyssey. Oh my god! When that came out for the Switch and I played that, I'm not a big Mario guy.
Didn't they make a second one though?
I don't know if they have or not. I think it's not like Odyssey, but it's another Mario platforming game. But when they released that and they have like the open world aspect to Mario to a degree, I was like, Nintendo, what are you doing? Cool. Like I've not always been like they're fun to play with friends, but I never played them by myself because
they're always if they're not stepping with the times, they're not far behind them.
That's what I'm saying. Like they are. That's what I'm saying. Now I would say that they are with the times. They know what their player base wants, and they give it to them. The only thing people don't agree with Nintendo is their business practice, like how much it costs and the way that they do lawsuits and things like that. And they are strict.
And I don't like the fact, and I'm going to go off the rails for just a second, but I'll come back. I don't like how you cannot stream from the Switch.
Yeah, that is.
Because I would love to stream Mario from the Switch.
You could, but you get the Elgato set up and all.
I know, but it shouldn't be like that. It should be like PlayStation and Xbox, where I can hit a button and I'm streaming Mario.
You know, I would say I would agree with you.
Or any of the other 1,000 games that Nintendo's come out.
Realize the Nintendo Switch is not meant to be as powerful as a PlayStation or an Xbox.
But you can also put that into just a docking system.
You could
to boost it,
but again,
because it has to go off an HDMI.
That's true. The reason why the price point for the Switch is cheaper than the other two.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
but that's just a wish of mine. I would actually pay more money.
I know you would
to have that function.
And there are people
because I love how Nintendo has done, and I know we're a little off the rails.
We are a little,
but I love how Nintendo has cornered the market on both a console
And a handheld.
and a handheld.
Yeah.
It's genius.
And also realize where it's geared towards is mainly towards children and family-friendly entertainment.
And you know what?
The functionality that they have with what they have is great. It's perfect.
It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I would pay a little extra if the dock itself
they had
enough power to
non-edition and then the edition that you can stream and stuff with. Which if they did that would be awesome. I would disagree.
Keep it as the Switch, but when you dock it, then you have the option to stream if you so chose.
All right. Well, there isn't really much to cover on new age platforms, I would say.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
I mean,
Mario had
it's
the new age.
Talking about the old age versus new age is like talking about
the Stone Age to present time
to nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Okay, that I would say that's a bit of an exaggeration, but present time.
Yeah. It's huge.
It's a big difference. Like I stated, Super Mario Sunshine. You have these, we considered N64 part of the old age, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So going from N64
anything from 2000 forward is considered new age.
So going from N64 type of quests.
You can't say that either. You have to go with N64.
Yeah, because the N64 still had
2000. They were still rocking it.
But you have the quests and the small actions you can do, secrets you can unlock, and N64. Going forward, they have secret levels maybe come back with the new age Mario, like in the new Super Mario Bros. And things like that. Another functionality that they added, playing with having a co-op partner.
Yeah.
That is a big deal. When you can have puzzles, the jumping puzzles, with including somebody else, that adds a level of complexity that was needed. And they did that perfectly during the times. Plus goofing off with your buddy, anything like that. Then you had the different items that they've added over the time, different level building. Even with Super Mario Galaxy, the nature of having different puzzles and being in a 3D environment like that, that's insane for a platformer. Name another platformer that's done that and been as successful.
Yeah. Well, here's the other way that they're successful too.
Astrobot.
Oh, show up that damn Astrobot shit.
That's fair point. How many games is in that series?
Well, this is the first one.
And they'll probably make another one, but let me be honest with you. That's not people will play it. It'll be popular. It won Game of the Year because it was the only game for the PlayStation, realistically.
Yeah. Well, here's the other way that Mario is so successful, and Nintendo has actually been very brilliant about it.
Because they are absolutely if there's anybody who's won the console war, it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
They've proven time and time again they know what their player base wants. They give it to them.
Yep.
People complaining about access to older games. All right, here, $20 a year. They have access to our whole catalog.
Not all of them,
but a huge catalog of all of our retro games, and we'll add to it as we go along.
Yeah.
And they have been.
Yeah.
You know how many? It's crazy to think about that. You can go back and play the old Pokemon games. You can go back and play
the old Mario
games.
Yep. Like the OG stuff.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But you know
that's such a good deal. They have the best backwards compatibility.
Out of any of them.
Because yes, it costs money for it, and Xbox has theirs built in to a certain degree. But legitimately, $20 a year, and you can play almost every, a lot, like 90% of the games that they released ever is insane.
And here's the other thing that I think Nintendo's done beautifully is there's absolutely no storyline to Mario.
No.
It's wide open.
There is, but it's not a linear storyline. The storyline is, when people think Mario, they think Mario, Princess Peach, Bowser. Mario,
Toad.
Yeah. Well, no, not even that. I mean, seriously, just boiling down to Toad. You're right. Yes. The princess is in another castle.
Yeah. Mario, Luigi, Toad, Peach, and Bowser.
Yeah. Because you have...
And then Koopa Troopa.
No, I mean, in terms of
and Goopa.
For the story specifically.
Yeah.
Because you have the
enemies. They're in the story.
Yeah, you have the enemies. But I mean, the boil it down to its basic form is Princess Peach gets kidnapped by Bowser. Mario goes to save her.
Yep.
Mario goes to each world trying to save her.
Yep.
And Bowser's one step ahead until
sometimes Luigi comes along for the ride.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is Mario.
Yeah.
That's the story.
Well, if we want to try to finish up Mario this episode, we got to move on.
Okay, move on then.
Move
So
on.
then
What's the
we
next
got
one?
You must be bored because you're
we got
trying
the
to.
secondary Mario games.
No,
Like
we've already hit on that.
Dr. Mario.
No, because we have like
Bowser's Inside
a
Story.
few minutes. Those are games that happen. They are good.
But
There's like
we've already talked about the secondary games. I feel like yes, there's a Dr. Mario, but when we made that statement that they put Mario to triple overtime, is this right here? Is secondary Mario
again? Like
because they tried getting in on the Tetris. They tried getting in on, and actually they didn't try. They succeeded because you got Dr. Mario 64.
Yeah, like Dr. Mario was a great game, and during the time that they brought it in, it was rivaling Tetris,
and it beat Tetris to a certain extent.
Or you got like the DS games, like Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story.
I mean, so are we boiling down? What are the secondary games?
Yeah,
because Mario legitimately is all secondary games, unless you want to consider just a platform. Because Mario encompasses a ton of different genres.
Yeah,
you have the RPG Mario games, the platforming Mario games, the sports Mario games.
Yeah,
when you talk about, when you look at me like I'm crazy,
when
Mario.
I'm saying secondary Mario games, I'm saying like the puzzle games.
Those are secondary games because it just does another genre, a puzzle genre. That's a genre like Tetris.
Yeah.
So you have the puzzle, the remix of puzzle games. You know, Mario's Pick Cross series and all that. Hotel Mario. Like you have so many different Mario games that to say that there are secondary Mario games is like saying water is wet. Because that's why
what I'm trying to say.
Mario is literally in everything for Nintendo.
Right, but when Mario first originally came out, and you're looking at it through the mainline story, the mainline games of Mario, what do you think?
I'm thinking of the platforms.
Right, you're thinking of the side
because those are the most popular by far. But again, I say by far, but you got to realize that Nintendo, besides just having good consoles, have had the handheld market in a death grip for its entirety.
So let me ask you this question, Fireball.
Exactly, but those handhelds.
Let me ask this question. Do you consider a secondary Mario game of Mario being in it?
I think the way I think of secondary Mario game is something that isn't like the side cross Mario game or platform. When I say that,
give me a title that you think is
Mario and Sonic Olympic games.
Okay.
The Winter Olympics and the normal. I'm thinking Bowser's Inside Story, Paper Mario. Because
Mario
those are more puzzle games than they are platforms.
And so that is a completely set. I agree with Chungus here.
That's a different genre.
Completely separate.
Right, but what I'm trying to say is, when I'm saying secondary games, I'm saying they are not the platforms. Maybe I should have worded it differently.
Okay. So let me stop you there, because if we're going to go down that rabbit hole, this series could literally go on for another 10 episodes. There is that much content.
Literally that many Mario games.
What you're asking.
Because there are two different genres when it comes to Mario.
No.
No, hold on. The two main genres that I think of when I think of Mario are the platformers like Mario Odyssey, Super Mario World, and the side scrollers. And then I think Mario Kart. Those are the two main genres I think of one. Three.
You're holding three fingers.
That's two genres that I think of when I think Mario.
But okay, all I'm saying is this: is you're wanting us to bite off on a topic that is literally has infinite outcomes, because Nintendo has woven Mario so tightly into what they do
that triple overtime is what is in effect with that.
Oh my God, there's so much content there that I'm serious. We can go on for 10, 20 episodes.
They were releasing like multiple games within a year.
So that's why
a long time.
So that's why I was asking you: do you consider a secondary Mario game of Mario being in it?
No.
So how can you put down?
I consider
Mario or Dr. Mario as a secondary game when technically he's just on the cover.
When I say secondary, it's still a Mario game, but it's not a mainline Mario game that the public, the general public, or somebody would think of.
See, and that I'll give you that to a certain degree.
Yeah, so would I.
But when you come to the community for the Switch, which is the general community, because who's buying the Switch? That is the general community.
Yeah.
There are people who, when they see Paper Mario, they're shitting their britches because, oh my God, another Paper Mario. I love that game.
Yeah.
That, again, it's just Mario.
It's
So the secondary Mario games can include Mario in that game, but the main focus is on another character. Because when it has Mario in the title, that is a mainline game. That is what I consider to be the main series. If it's Mario. If you want to get into the other things like Luigi's Mansion, that's a secondary.
Yeah.
That is the way I view it. Mario.
Yeah.
If Mario is in the game as the main
But I'm
component of the
saying,
game, that is a main game.
There are Mario games out there, and this is something that I feel like I kind of screwed up on. There are some Mario games out there that I don't think are as mainline and are as popular as some.
Well, yeah, that's with any series or any
Bowser's
franchise.
Inside. I don't hear anybody talk about Bowser's Inside Story.
Yeah, I've been be honest, I've never heard it.
It's where just the general sense of Bowser's Inside Story. Bowser takes this item and like where he can kind of turns into Kirby, where he can suck anything, and he sucks Mario and Luigi into him, and now they have to try to find a way to escape.
Well, that sounds interesting.
That's been a story that even translated
And then
into
you can
the
play,
animated series.
You can play as Mario, you can play as Luigi, you can play as Bowser.
So it's a Mario game.
Yeah, but it's not when I say secondary Mario game, I say a very very not as popular Mario game, because there's not an unpopular Mario game.
Well,
Every
that's
Mario
not
game
true.
that I think has been very
That's
popular.
not true.
That's
either.
not true. There are some that are hits and some that are misses.
Yeah,
I know they stopped doing the Mario Golf series for a reason.
yeah, because that was horrible.
It's not great, but those are still Mario games.
Yeah. But in the sports genre.
Yeah.
Like give Mario Excite Bike.
Yeah. Go
Yes.
Well,
Baseball. You have
we're
the hoops.
We're
They
running
got-
out of time here.
Yeah.
Let's go to individual thoughts,
Yeah.
because we're going into a rabbit hole that we're gonna. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Mario could encompass a lot, which is
All
why
right.
we
Chungus, just take your
Just take us out. Yeah.
your individual thought.
this is great. I love the Mario series now. When I was younger, it was like hit or miss. Someone I would play, someone I wouldn't. But as I've gotten older and gone back and played, I'm like, God, this is great. Nintendo knew what they were doing from the get-go. Oh, you want to bend your knee up so they can see your
Hell
Nintendo
no.
socks?
No.
You sure?
Not just break his leg.
Yeah, you guys can see it.
There you go.
That was a fun episode.
As
I
I'm
really
screaming.
enjoyed talking about it. If we could have made this a whole huge series.
Oh God,
If
yeah.
we wanted to, but we're not going to.
I mean, we can still come back and
We
visit
can come
Mario
back, yeah, but like right,
because this is by far
yes.
being done.
Yeah.
All right, so
But that's honestly, this is for what, the 11th.
where are you going?
No.
Thoughts around the Shire? It's individual.
This is for the 8th. This is the episode for the 8th.
Oh,
Oh, this is episode 48. Okay, so you would have gotten 2 new videos, which I'm gonna let those be a secret because by the time this is going out there and you see this, it'll be fun. You'll be so pleasantly surprised. But after this episode, he's back. Actually, I lied. He won't be. He won't be back.
No, not
He's
yet.
still on the boat. Well, he's not on the boat, but he's on his way back from the boat. That's me, Kaiser
Alright.
Chunks.
Well, here we go. Individual.
I'm not-
Here we go.
Yeah.
Godfather, you're up.
Oh, I'm up.
Thoughts around the Shire. And then we're going to take a look at your title while
Okay.
you're talking.
So, Mario. What can't you say about Mario? Mario is the OG of the consoles. He has traversed over 40 years. He is the one gamer, the one character who has been, I swear to God, in multiple categories at the same time. He has traversed sports.
He's been a doctor, baseball player, basketball player, race car
Referee.
driver, referee.
Yeah, he's been everything. He's like the jack of all trades.
He's like the.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this. I know exactly where
I
you're going
can't
with
say
this.
that, but you know what I'm saying.
But either way,
Oh, Johnny boy.
Mario's going to go down in history as probably one of the greatest.
The greatest.
I think I would say
Of all time.
he's probably the.
He is
he's-
in that talk.
There are a multitude of game characters that you just see a silhouette of, and you're like, that's him.
Yeah.
That's him. There's a handful. Like, you have the Master Chief for the Halo series.
Cloud.
Mario. Cloud. Like, Cloud, his hair spiking his giant fucking sword. Come on, that's Cloud!
Yeah. Okay. But you had your chance. Don't do it.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay. All right. So either way, I like Mario.
I like it.
I've said my piece. Moving on to Fireball.
Yeah. I do, like, I know I did screw up a little bit on what I was trying to say, but honestly, my favorite Mario game is that Bowser's Inside Story, and that's what I was trying to cover. That is a very unpopular game because it only came out on the DS. So
We say it's unpopular, but realize that this is more than just. This is a worldwide spanning franchise.
Yeah. I mean, anywhere in the world, you're gonna hear about Mario.
Exactly, and realize that with the handheld market, that's geared towards. That's more of a Japanese thing. You don't really see handhelds here in America because most Americans like to sit down at home and enjoy playing their game.
Until the Switch came out.
Not even then. The Switch
but
mainly an online console. Yeah.
Going forward, this is for the 8th.
They don't need to know all that. We'll just keep going.
I'm trying to get my thoughts in order.
Then go.
Because you're still on the goddamn boat. You don't have to sit here and talk about what's going on.
You've been drowning the entire time. Drowning in booze.
While you're away in La La Land, we got to keep our schedule running. So it's the 8th. We've got the race tonight, which is the race at Italy. Again, pre-record. I don't know whether that's going to be Monza or that's going to be Imola. And then tomorrow we've got the race at Singapore. I will let you know how I do in our next Nomad Gamer podcast. The podcast after this, we're going to probably be doing a little bit of a bit when it comes to the podcast because that'll be the last episode without Godfather before he comes back on the boat. So we're more than likely going to have all 3 cameras up, but his seat's going to
be ruin the surprise.
God damn!
I'm cutting that from the video. Don't ruin the surprise. That would be funny. They just normal schedule. Wait, turn his camera. Why is he not there? You can't let them know you can't let in order to do a bit, you can't let them know you're doing a bit.
All right, but
bit ruiner.
Let's bring this all back together.
You bit ruiner. You bitty.
All right, Chungus.
I'm Kaiser Chungus. Ciao.
I'm Fireball. Apparently, I fucked it up. But I'll see you later.
This is the great and all-powerful Godfather. Catch you on the flip side.